Hi, I'm Tim Roble, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Athlete. I started this truck build in October 2020 with just kind of a thought process and a little bit of a vision, and knew what I wanted. I knew I couldn't have everything that I wanted, but I thought I would talk a little bit about the process of building this truck. Now, I think I got over 70 videos of the build of this truck, and I talk about my thoughts and theories. I just got back from Arizona on a week trip, picking up the Stark Varg, riding some single track. And then for my 56th birthday, we went down to Bolsa Chica State Beach and hung out for 3 nights down there, 4 days. Came back, dropped this off, went back to Santa Monica for Kim's rotator cuff follow-up appointment for her surgery, and all that's going well. But I thought I would talk a little bit about just because you're retired doesn't mean that you shouldn't be driven and working towards your goals every day. And one of the ways I do that is I still run a planner. I plan the next day at the end of the night. And we come into what I'm just going to call my shit show back here. I mean, this is probably the most unorganized you've ever seen it. And I'm getting ready to just fully change up this whole platform. I want to be able to carry my electric paramotor with the hoop and netting and everything and prop everything on it in the back here. So I'm going to take all of this stuff, and I think that's going to go underneath here where I had my 2 paramotors taken apart and stored. And then that'll change that up. That can go there. The trike still can go in the back there. I have the Quiet Cat up on the ramp. The Stark Varg will be right here, and the electric motion trials bike right here. And that's kind of what things are starting to evolve into. So when you're building something, you got to think about putting stuff together with maybe screws. So this is marine grade plywood that I use the Herculiner on. And I got this lock and load for the motorcycle to come down, and that works really well from Risk Racing. I don't have a link or anything for it. I just think it's really a cool product, and I got one also set up right here for the electric motion. So kind of doing some reorganizing here, and this is kind of what this next week is going to look like. I want to get everything organized, everything ready to go, and then I want to go to Glen Helen and start riding some motocross and doing some testing on the Stark Varg. But coming back from our trip, a magazine got left up here that was wet, and it stuck to the table. So this is what it looks like when you come in and everything is just totally blown apart. Refinishing the table, trying to get a good sand on that, probably down to 800. Just about there. I think this next round, after this dries a little bit, will be pretty good. And then I'm working over here on the countertops. And why I'm doing all of that stuff, I'm doing another little project in the back, and why things are drying and setting up. Like after I shoot this, I want to get out of the truck for a couple of hours because I just know who I am, and I'm going to walk by and stick onto something. So this is where being kind of ADD works really well, is you can multitask and do different projects, and at the end of the day, you end up knocking some stuff out. And what you didn't get knocked out goes back on that planner, and I use that every single day of my life now. So I'll take you back kind of through the house into the backyard, show you what I got going on there. You got questions and comments about a build you're thinking about doing or may want to do, and why I'm doing all of this. My original vision wasn't to have everything electric in the back. It's just kind of worked out where technology has come so far that that can be a thing now. I'm super stoked on that. I am going to keep a gas paramotor and a gas motorcycle because it just makes sense to be able to do cross-country trips and ride for a little longer point in time. So everything's got its pluses and minuses. But this is what a full day worth of work. I try to get started about 8 o'clock every day. I take about a 30-minute break for lunch, and I'm always moving towards my goals. I'm always looking at how to move forward. Whether it's education on YouTube, maybe you're following this because you may learn something, maybe not. But I'll show you real quick my little, kind of like a vision board of the overall picture of where I want to go with things. So I use this whiteboard a lot. And it just has different mindsets for things that I want to go do, things that I get better at, like Canva and creating a media kit, and learn how to do proper thumbnails instead of just the kind of lame things that I've been putting up there. But everything's a progression. You don't have to be great to get started at this, as you know. I've had one viewer look at me and say he wants wireless mics. And so, yeah, I stepped up to that. And I'm sure glad I did. I don't use it all the time because sometimes it's not practical. But I think that helped the quality of what's going on here. So we come back to the backyard. I got the wrench ready to pull the tire on that. Later today, I'm going to be doing tubeless install on that. Kind of getting the 500 out. I'm going for a motorcycle ride in the morning, doing a training ride. I need to do a prep on my other mountain bike. And as we come into the shop, you can see I have several little projects going at one time. I have a dirt trick sprocket coming for the Stark Varg. Being an aluminum sprocket and the horsepower this bike puts out, won't be long before that sprocket is toast, and it takes the chain with it. So I thought I would go with the Dirt Tricks sprocket, and I'll probably do a review on that. Once again, not sponsored by them. It's just great stuff. You see my gas paramotor down here. I mounted my electric paramotor onto the trike. I don't know if anyone's done this, but I had to do some light fabrication. I made some brackets and changed up this bracket up here to get this all bolted here. And then I want to figure out where to put my reserve parachute. And I'll probably just watch some YouTube on that. We missed mounting that at training. And I want to make sure that I do fly with reserve. Although I plan on flying kind of low and slow, 10 foot off the ground. I got a big wing. I'm a big dude, and I just kind of want to do dirt bike trails and Glamis and fly through different stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping to maybe get out in this next week. We're in June right now. June 4th was my birthday when I turned 56 a couple days ago, and it's getting hot. And we have now until August before we go to Newport Dunes for 2 months, and I'm super looking forward to that. Because every time you go to build a project, I seem like I sacrifice my health, whether that's, breathing in chop sawdust, welding, or just not going for your training run, training ride. Kind of got the shop set up where I want it. I'm not sure if I even want to keep all of the stuff in the shop. I'm not sure what the final solution is. I went back and forth, 3 or 4 times now, selling off the shop, buying some stuff back. But I still have another video coming out on what I would buy if I only had $1,000 to spend on the shop, because I have 2 young men that I've already pushed in that direction. They already know what they wanted to buy, and they already went and bought it. But it got them going as a small little fab shop, starting in the garage where I did at 16. And I've done this, I guess that's 40 years now? Wow. Enjoy it. It's just a part of my personality. I wish I would not have taken on the Humvee build, but here we are, and you got to push through those commitments, because it's not worth anything how it sits. So I got to go through and finish up that vision. I think it's going to end up really neat. As I finish it, I'll probably get it up for sale. Probably looking at about $125K for this. The motor only has like 8,000 miles on it as per the computer. But as I go down this process, I'm trying to get through. I don't want to do any more projects. I want to just do service on all of the stuff that I have. And the things that I'm not using, I want to get rid of. I want to liquidate, create a little bit of capital, because my income stream is very low. And I'm low on money, and I got to do what I got to do. I still have welding and fabrication to rely upon. Build quality on stuff on Overland and Expo trucks. But yeah, it's one of those things. I got to finish up this program, and I'm making the most out of my time. So one of the other things I've been working on today is I've had the spices in the back there with the barbecue and the Oscar mic, and they're floating around all the time. You get to where you're going. So today I just decided to fab up this little wooden box, and I ran it through the planer. And I got a coat of unicorn spit. That took me a minute to come up with, but I got the unicorn spit up here. That's a water-based, and I absolutely love the way it looks. I got a couple coats of the clear on now. Looks like it's turning out quite terrible, but as you go through more coats, it'll start filling in. The wood seems to be very porous on this, and it'll suck it in. But this is just going to basically hold the spices, and I'll probably put just a little strip magnet on the bottom so it sticks to the top of the truck. But this is my little wood shop. Everything's dirty and in disarray, and that's kind of like figuring out what I'm throwing away and what I'm keeping. That's kind of where I am in life right now. Trying to push through this next 2 months. I'm trying to get that Humvee operational. Trying to get my full kit in the truck and getting ready for Newport Dunes, which I won't take the whole kit because it doesn't make sense to take dirt bikes and paramotors and all of that. I would prefer to have the room in there. But the point of this whole video is like you can really come up with something out of your mind, and you get up every day and just take a little bit of bite of it. When that video came up on my feed today, I was like, holy smokes, man, I have anxiety just looking at bare frame rails and a camouflage truck. And I remember the start of that process and just what that all looked like. What a giant task to take on, and that's something that you just have to have continuity on. And like, you know, talking to myself here, I'm looking at Humvee because I'm looking forward to getting back to this and getting the rest framed up and getting the interior in it, and at least be able to drive and enjoy it while it goes up for sale. Stuff like this, down to Mob Phil, he's got his Jeep Gladiator for sale for $125,000. Probably got close to a little over $200,000 in parts in that. And whoever gets that will be super lucky. Just like the guy that got the GMC Canyon. You got a lot of value there that's built. It's not taking your time. You're just trading your money for somebody else's time, talent, and products. And you're getting it at a fraction of the cost. So things to think about. I probably wouldn't build another rig. Probably would. But you know, for me, it's like I have the ability to make things custom and put things exactly where I want them and how you do it. And you can just start that with a clean sheet of paper and go down that road and then start biting off little chunks of that every time. So that's going to be it for now. If you guys got questions, comments, I really would love to hear from my consistent listeners. Like, what content are you interested in? Was it the shop that got you on this Adventure Athlete channel? Was it me? Was it the motorcycles? Was it the outdoor fabrication and build of overland vehicles? What do you guys want to see more of? Because I'd like to bring you more great content, and I'm here for you to answer questions, whatever I can do. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. I would appreciate you as a subscriber. That's going to be it for now. I'm Tim Roble, and I'll catch you here next time.